Hey everybody, welcome back. In this video we're going to look at how you add multiple addresses to the customer's account. I'm going to show you how you can add them manually and also how those addresses can be imported as well. So here we go. As always, we come to the admin panel, click on the start button, and we want to come up to the customer manager. We're going to do a search for an account that I set up earlier under the main contact for the account, which was Steve Jobs. That's going to bring back the customer record. We need to go ahead and click through on the customer ID. That takes us into the customer record. Now we need to click on the address tab. Okay, so this shows us the default address currently set up for this customer. If we want to edit that address, then we just click it through on the address description, and then we can edit and save. But we want to add additional addresses to the account. So I'm going to go ahead and click Add New Address, and I'm going to say this is the California address. Again, I'm using bad examples, guys, but I'm just being lazy for the sake of getting through these videos. So we go test cal 1, test cal 2, test city, country US, state California, zip code, 5-digit zip code at this point, we don't need anything else. Is the address enabled or disabled? By the way, you can never delete addresses. Again, that's for a whole bunch of different reasons, and it's largely to maintain the integrity of the database. I'll give you an example. Let's say there was an order, and in that order that was placed 3 months ago, there was an address, a ship to address, that was this one here. If you delete this address, then all of a sudden you've got orders that can't find ship to addresses. It just creates chaos within the system. So things can be disabled, and when they're disabled they disappear on the front end as an option. But of course we want to enable this address. Go ahead and click save, and where there was one, there is now two. So really simple. Let me show you how you can import those addresses. So if you've got a customer that's maybe got 60 ship to addresses, you don't want to key them all in manually. The good news is there's an import for that. So if we click on the import address field, again, always use our downloadable import template. I know I'm sounding like a broken record if you've watched some of these other videos, but it's really important that you use the imports that we provide. I already have one lined up, so if I go to the desktop and click on the address import, I'll have a very quick look at this. So you've got the address description. Again, it just needs to make sense to the customer. Is this their Chicago address? Is that the sales office? Just label it something that makes sense to them. You've got the address 1, city, 5-digit zip, state code in 2-digit format or 2-letter format, and then the country code of US. So again, no rocket science here, very simple to format this. The red fields highlighted are mandatory fields, and the yellow one's optional. Again, use our templates because they're formatted with things like sheet name import that you won't notice unless you're looking for those types of things. So you save this as a .xls file. Save it anywhere on your desktop or on the computer, somewhere you can find it. And then when you come back to the website, just browse, navigate to the file. So it's customer_addresses.xls. Let me go ahead and open, hit upload. Only takes a few seconds, and it's inserted those additional 2 addresses. So if we come back, we can see that the Florida address and the Denver address have now been added. Just so you guys can see how that translates on the front end, if we log into Steve's account, again, just bear with me, and we want to go ahead and place an order. Let's just add a few things to the shopping cart. Proceed to checkout. At this stage, when I click on the shipping address, there's now a whole selection based on the addresses set up for the account on the back end, and I can say I want this sent to my Denver address. Save. pick the shipping option and the payment option, leave a note if you've got a note to leave. You can leave a line reference on an order, add a purchase order number, and complete. Thank you very much for the purchase. So that's how easy it is to set up an address on the back end and then have those changes show up immediately on the front end. So that's addresses, multiple addresses, and kind of wraps that one up, and we'll see you on the next video.